for me, I think that's all I needed was people to say, okay, great, it's okay, we like you, we love you. And that was my biggest flaw right there, which because my mother never loved me, never had a dad. My sister, who knows, my family left me, team left me, everyone left me, tried to commit suicide, go to San Antonio, didn't have no sense of direction, tell everybody fuck the world, even though that San Antonio is a Bible-bumping state.
Yeah.
Everybody went to church. I didn't. I'm trying to reach over here to the devil and da-da-da. So I'm trying to reach on the other side of hell. And it just was 3 or 4 years I was going through that transition. Which direction am I going? Am I going to go on to stay on the good side, or am I going to be on the bad side, or I'm going to be just right in the middle, have no guidance, no direction. So I think by living in San Antonio and go to Chicago, I think Chicago helped me out a lot. It helped me out a lot to really get over that.
In what way?
And the fact that people actually liked me. They liked me what I was doing for them. And I love pleasing people.
Right.
I love pleasing people. A lot of people said, damn, man, you don't care about the money. I said, nope. I said, I never played the game for money. For the money. Never have.
Right.
I said in all my interviews, I never have played the game for money. So I think that Chicago actually really liked me because I like to work, I like to go out there and have fun. And people start to embrace that. And I think that's pretty much put me over the top as far as like I got a purpose.
Yeah.
To perform and to entertain for people.
And Chicago was really the time when you started to become this vibrant character. This is when you started dyeing your hair. You started dressing in a different way. This is really when you started to find the real you. This is something that you've been
somewhat the real me.
Somewhat the real
me. You're trying to find some identity.
Right.
But I think they say it takes you half your lifetime to figure out who you are.
Half your lifetime.
I think half your lifetime. Say if you live like till you're 80, it'll probably take you to like 40 or 50 to realize who you really are. I think that today's world, I think a lot of people have a tendency to think they know who they are at 14, 15 years old, which they don't really know who they are. No. And I think there's more of a vision what people are saying and all the fake news and all the fake ideals and all the fake admiration that you think you have. I think that, for me, it was more like I was trying, when I had the gun in my hand in Detroit, I was trying to kill the old me so the new me could come out and be reboot again. That's pretty much what I was pretty much doing. I think when I went to Chicago, I think that old Dennis in Detroit wasn't there no more. This is the new Dennis for some reason. It wasn't even a bad Dennis. It was more of a fun Dennis, and more of like exciting, want to live Dennis. And every day I just love living. I love the excitement. I love the people. I love who I was. I wasn't a follower anymore. I was trying to be more of a leader as far as just in general with people. And it was just fun. It was just fun for those 4 years in Chicago. It was just so much fun because I felt so free.
Right.
At last. So I felt free because I didn't have to really go out there and try to prove to people that, hey, am I worth being here? Am I worth for your love? Am I worth for your caring? Am I worth for your confirmation and say, okay, great, we like you? No, they just like me because of me.
Right.
And I like that.
And there's a positive feedback loop, right? Which is like, okay, I'm becoming more myself. I'm becoming more free. People like me, so you're going to even go above and beyond. I mean, there's a wedding dress trying to promote your book, right? Everybody should look up pictures for that.
The wedding dress. Oh, God. But it was just so fun because when I was in Chicago, I had a couple of gay guys, I used to hang out with every day.
Yeah.
I mean, literally every day. I had a couple of friends of mine, so they would dress me up every day, makeup. We go do the drag shows and stuff like that. I would dress them in drag a lot. And a lot of people didn't pick it up till, I think, like the midway through the first season, said, Dennis, you know drag clubs a lot, gay clubs a lot? I said, yep. And some of my teammates, some of their wives was going to see if I was in these drag shows, and they realized that is him, huh? And it's like, wow, they say, you actually do it in drag. I said, yeah, I liked it.
You didn't care what people
I didn't care what people said. But then at that time, it was more like, damn, I used to think about when I was 13, 14 years old. And I was
Yeah.
dressed up like this. And it was cool back then.
And you're normal. It's
It was,
normal.
well, it was normal as you know we can get. But I said, damn, now I'm doing it again at 36, 37 years old. And I just feel like, okay, great. People don't really look at me as this weirdo, this gay, homosexual, transit type of guy, not as far as negative wise.
Yeah.
But back then, more as far as being an athlete, dressing like that, acting like that, people didn't know how to handle that. They thought the shit was more like, it's cool, but wow. Wow, we're going to see if he going to come out and say if he's gay or not gay. But it's more like when people start to see me like that, if you see some of my book signings, I did in those 3 years I'm in Chicago, I was dressed in totally different, all makeup, all glammed out. And I was like, pretty much just more like RuPaul, but an athlete version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was more like RuPaul before RuPaul.
Right.
So stuff like that. So, as you said, trendsetter. I was a trendsetter back then. Nobody even knew about it. And now when you see a lot of old clips about me being in sports, that's a difference. Dressing like that, acting like that, being around stuff like that
Yeah.
in sports then.
Yeah.
And pretty much it wasn't accepted in sports then because they didn't know how to handle it then. When you get the commissioner of the NBA say, Dennis, if you get more tattoos and more piercings, we're gonna kick you out the league. Really? Okay, great. There you go. I kept getting more piercings, more tattoos, and blah blah blah. They started accepting it.
I love it.
So it's more like I pushed the envelope, but it wasn't like more push the envelope to endanger people.
Yeah.
It was more like, okay, great. This is fun. This is cool. It's not hurting nobody. Everybody's having a good time. And then all of a sudden, the NBA started to adjust to it. They said, oh, shit, he's making a lot of money for us.
Yeah.
Money
talks, right?
He's making a lot of money for us. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So whatever he does, we don't care. But just keep doing what you're doing because they started to see people around the country, around the United States, seeing kids come to the game with blue hair, tattoos. They're fake tattoos, with tattoos, earrings and stuff like that. It's more like a cartoon character on the floor having a good time with real life.
It's entertainment.
Right there for real life, and it was more entertainment. But I really didn't feed off that. I think more that I got so enamored with it where I loved it. I loved it because I didn't try to go out and try to prove to people that I'm trying to be different. It just happened naturally.
Yeah.
That was it. It just happened naturally. They said, oh, well, okay, this is me now. This is me. I love being comfortable with my own skin.
Yeah.
This is me. I love doing this now.